Well, isn't that just nice? Nice host and raid from good buddy Sam. Samuel, how you doing, man? Hey, everybody coming in from Sam's stream. Welcome. That emote, the Sam Jr. Rage. There's a typo in your name, by the way. It says Sam Jr. spelled with JFR. There's an F in there. I don't know if you want to change that, but Sam Jr. Rage emote is a great emote and really appropriate for rating. And I appreciate it. You also have Sam Jr. T. Oh wait, my bad. That's Sam J. Frazier. It's not Sam Jr. There's so many Sams. I thought that this was an offspring of all of them. Sam, how you doing, man? How you doing, buddy? I was lurking a little bit as I was eating my morning toast. What I saw was an adorable cat face and a somewhat perplexed individual behind the cat. It's looking fucking great. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for coming in here, all these lovely people. I hope everybody had a good time over at my beautiful friend Samuel's stream. Let's jump into it. I can take this overlay off. Do that. How you guys doing? What's up? Mika ate pancakes? Did you make Mika? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Mika somehow knows how to make pancakes herself. Because that cat is on a whole different level, right? Every cat dreams to be like Mika, basically. If you haven't met Mika, which I'm assuming you have since you came from Samuel's stream, Mika is probably the most 10 out of 10 cat you'll ever see. I became a man. Yeah, I turned the lights on. I'm sorry. I turned the lights on. Can you see? There's a little, you know what's really great? And Caroline pointed this out, is that my hair, it actually turned kind of reddish this summer because of how much I've been outside, which is probably totals to maybe about like 10 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot for this. Look, I can basically, if I was naked, I'd blend into this. Well, I guess I probably wouldn't. I'd be really pink because I'm Irish and Scottish genetics, and I don't know which side it is, but if you're born with Irish or Scottish genetics, you just glow red as soon as you're in any type of discomfort, showing any type of embarrassment, emotion, you just glow red. And that happens to my entire body. So, just I turn pink. So you would see me even if I was naked and wanting to hide in like snow or something. But anyways, why am I talking about this shit? Monday. So we're gonna finish this, which I haven't touched. That's a lie. I nibbled a little bit on it while I was here waiting to fire up the stream. We'll continue on with this study here. What is this? This is a. If you guys haven't, I moved my camera, so I'm good. You're gonna see me talking over here for. And I probably will move the camera again once I get some lights. I'll order some lights and get cover this nice drywall that I have with some green screen. And then that's going to be it. I think I'm going to be a green screen boy sooner than later. Anybody else who said hello and I missed you, I apologize. Stu, how you doing, man? Vortex Queen, hello. Masumbi, Yeah, no, just I inherited pinkness. That's just what I do, or what I did, I guess. Yeah. So this is David, the photographer of this photo. David Dubnitsky. Fucking fantastic. If you haven't seen his work, look him up. You've probably seen his work before, either like on Instagram or Twitter, and then probably been blown away. He has this kind of really nice, soft lighting. Everything's really soft and almost not particularly in this one, almost like a erotic fantasy kind of vibe to it. Not unlike like old school traditional paintings that you would see with half naked people, almost like positioning in most unnatural ways, but they're very elegant poses and very appealing, very soft touch to them. That's the same kind of vibe that I get with David's stuff. I mean, the models are beautiful. The lighting that he has is beautiful. Some of the narratives that he has in his photography is just outstanding. And great for photo studies. And I imagine we'll probably do some over on Picarto later this week, maybe? Or at least start one. At the very least, I want to try out streaming over on Picarto after tomorrow. For those who don't know, Picarto is going to be I wouldn't say it's like a relaunching. They're just upgrading over there. Eager to see what that upgrade has to offer in terms of a streaming platform. As you guys know, I wish Twitch had certain laxes on certain rules. It's been over 5 years now that they said, we're aiming to have artistic nudity. At this point, anything that Twitch says is there's no what's the word? It's mute. It's you can't trust Twitch because they're doing a shit job at a lot of I'm looking right in the soul of Twitch. Not you guys, right in the soul of Twitch. And I'm just disappointed. So, back to what I was saying about nudity. Picarto lets you draw nudity. So we're going to take our nude studies over there. And we're going to stream actual anatomy studies. And then for everything else, we're going to be back here. Because those are the rules. And the rule state, you can stream elsewhere just as long as it's not the same content, or not necessarily the same content, but if Twitch's rules limit you from being able to stream there, then you're allowed to stream somewhere else. At least that's what I've gathered from the TOS. I feel pretty confident that's how it is because I've seen other streamers do the exact same thing. And I want to, specifically Warmix. If you guys haven't heard of Warmix, you should. WARMICS. MICS? Yes. Is that it? Check him out. Check him out here, twitch.tv/Warmix, and then I believe over at Picarto he does his more lewdy type stuff over there as well. And I'll take a page from him, and we'll give that a shot this week. For now, I think I'm just going to jump right into painting. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you guys get up to anything fun? No, because the world's on lockdown again. Oh my. At least, I hope where you live, it's not lockdown or... I don't know, man. Fucking sucks. It's a good time for video games and staying inside. I suggest we all do that for the next couple of months. Again. What a world. I am Twitch. I worked a lot. My world is opening up over here. It sounds fucking great in a lot of the states in Australia. It sounds like you guys got some sort of organization to what has happened earlier in the year. So it's, you know, look towards them, United States and the rest of the world, I guess. Or maybe not. Maybe we should just stay inside, I guess, as well. You know what? I don't listen to anything I'm saying. I went out for lunch for the first time in a year. Kind of sad. Wait a minute, in a year? What was holding you back earlier than that, Man Bear? I think it's here's what usually happens to me. I'm a homebody, nonetheless. Pretty much. Nothing I want to do is outside. Especially where I live now, which is in the middle of fucking nowheres. Out in the woods. And that's awesome. Because there's even less to do out here. Actually, you know what? I went for a hike. Or a walk. Around my new neighborhood. And that's it. That's basically. There's some mud. I stepped in some mud. Not really that exciting. It's basically just recharging. That's what a weekend is for me. Is to just like drool a lot from my mouth, forget I'm breathing, and stare at like a glowing screen of some sort with some either a movie or a video game on it, right? And that's it. And I'm doing my part for COVID when I do that, when I'm drooling on myself, like I just said. Why go outside when everything to do is inside? Exactly. Calicue. Or Calicue? Calicue. I'm probably just not even close. I was very busy during the first few months of the year. Okay. That explains that. Then moved houses in March. Okay, yeah. I just finished doing that. I know exactly how busy that is. That's a thing that I understand. And then, of course, March was the lockdown. Actually started on the day I moved house. So, what are the odds of that, right? That's kind of how it happened here. The lockdown opened, and then... Or opened. I guess that's the imagery. You know, you lock the door. Anyways, open it. And then we were able to buy the house. Or search for houses. Buy the house. And so far, where I live in New Brunswick, I keep sliding like off camera. So far, New Brunswick seems to be great. There's a couple cases here and there that come up, but there's really it's kind of, you know, it's going to happen. People are traveling. Okay, all right. No housewarming, and I was trapped, but it's okay. That's kind of how I feel. And probably a lot of other people who are taking advantage of the market industry right now, either selling their houses for a lot and then buying. Usually that's what, I'm assuming that's probably what the majority of people are doing, is at least here in this part of Canada, New Brunswick, East Coast. Our market it's the first time it's changed since probably 2008. So a lot of people are eager to sell their homes or buy those new upgrades that they wanted. And that's kind of it, you know? That's kind of what I've decided to do. And now I will never go outside. Ever. Except later today I need to go outside. That sucks. But yeah, I feel with the no housewarming. It's really strange not having time to celebrate such a huge moment. You know, this is a big chapter for, not specifically me, but for people in similar situations. Anyways, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, I bought a new house. Meanwhile, the world's fucking falling apart. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, dude. I feel like, yeah. It makes me want to talk about Twitch some more. So I'm going to complain a little bit more about Twitch. Did you guys see that they, just jumping right into it. Did you guys see Twitch sent out, like, streaming trucks, streaming vehicles to, like, some of their top, probably, like, top 5%, top 10% streamers in terms of success, and then ask them the photo and take pictures of it and put it on social media? Now, I think that's fucking cool. I think it's really badass. However, it would have been better if it was for maybe streamers who aren't the top 5-10% in terms of like income. They're all they sent all these trucks to millionaires, basically. If you haven't seen the photos, basically inside of the truck has nice, cool purple lighting, a lot of comfy little cool areas to hang out and chill. I think there's some furniture. I don't know, whatever. There's an iPad to watch shit, all this other kind of stuff like that. Typically, any other year, that would have been awesome. I would have been a little bit kind of like, why would you give it to the millionaires? Why not give it to, not to say that millionaires can't appreciate things. I just think that people who maybe have like a smaller following might get a more interesting reaction, because it actually could change their life, because they could probably sell it and then upgrade their actual streaming setup, right? So anyways, I don't know, just it's just strange. It's just really strange why they would do that especially during everything that's going on with the DMCA and all the money that they spent on that type of thing. They could have also, I don't know, man. It's a weird time for a lot of us, and the people, the companies, and those who have the infrastructure and the finances to bridge gaps and right wrongs. It's weird to see them not do that. And it's like, I just want them to say greed. You know, it's because we're greedy. It's because we're greedy. We're trying to pinch every penny we can from the music industry. And that's it. And that, if that was the truth, that would be extremely disappointing, right? Anyways, you guys see my naked gray guy over there? He's still here. He's hanging out. He's here. I'm gonna listen for the first time in a year. We're not allowed to, basically, yeah. I feel that on a spiritual level. Yeah, naked gray guy, he's there. Alright, I think what I want to do, I want to get rid of that. I want to make a new little crop of her midsection here. Control J. Why not? Let's do Control make a new layer. Nope. All these buttons. Still don't know what I'm doing. Control Alt Shift E. And then let's do Control J so we get that selection on its own layer now. Okay, cool. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna jump into this. I'm gonna get some art face going on. Some focus face. And try and paint without distracting myself. It's not gonna happen, but we can try. Alright. So this is the layer that has the hands on it. I think I will close that. Oh my god. I just heard myself say the word close instead of turn off. I don't know if Caroline can hear me, but I blame that on her. The francophone-ness of her. Well, she's French, Acadian, and they say when they close lights. I said it. When they turn off lights, they close lights. Anyways, you can't close lights. You can't close a light. Okay, see, I'll allow that one to slip. That's the only time I'll let myself distract myself. I think it was justifiable too, by the way. It's a pretty justifiable reason to interrupt yourself. To complain about how I speak French. Or not really speaking French, but anyways. Would you call that like a French mannerism? I think this is gonna work. Let's go ahead and grab this. I think I drew anything over there. No, I didn't. I think we need to move this down just a bit. No, we don't. Let's grab all of it. Control T. Something like that. I did, this weekend, I decided to subscribe to, I think it's like Uplay Connect. I think whatever Ubisoft's subscription thing is, like kind of like what EA has. To try out the new Assassin's Creed. And by the way, you can do that, and that's for somebody like me. Let's say, who am I? I'm a guy who grew up not necessarily having so much disposable income to be able to buy the video games that I wanted. So we find other means. There's other ways. Let me just paint an image that's not related to this. It's you know those guys who go out in boats and sometimes they have hooks for hands, and they say their favorite just give it away. They say their favorite letter all the time, the letter R, and they have like a black flag and skull and crossbones. Nothing to do with what I was talking about, but I would somehow manage to find copies of the games from friends in other countries around the world. And they would loan their copy to me. And that was great. Because I feel like there's so many games to play. I was just a teenager or kid or whatever, how old I was. And I wanted to be able to buy these games or play these games. But I just simply couldn't afford them. I'm a little bit older now. Sometimes I have disposable income. I will go ahead and buy the games, especially the games that I really want to play. However, with EA and like Ubisoft and companies like that who want to have their games come out every year or so and still charge them for the same full price. Here in Canada, it's $80 for a game. I don't know if that's going to change for PS5. I'm assuming it will, because fuck people. But they have a subscription to try out I think pretty much every game that they have in their library, including new releases, for what, like $15 a month? I think that's fucking great. I think that's so it's just handy, because I don't have to go out and ask my friends from different countries across the world if they could talk about a story involving those people who have the favorite letter being R. torrent. Sorry. Sorry, that indigestion, I think. We'll just wash that right back down. So it's and then you can play the game for the entire month. And even if you do resubscribe for the next month, it's still cheaper than just actually buying the fucking game, right? And you have the entire game. It works for me. It works for me for the times that... I think there's another game that came out from EA that I did the same thing for earlier in the year. I can't remember. I don't remember at all. But I like that option. It's with the prices that games are at, and what you get for that $15 per month. If I guess if I did beat the Assassin's Creed Viking game, I would have whatever else that they have in their library for the rest of the month to play. But me knowing me, I probably won't finish Assassin's Creed Viking because that's how I play games. Sadly, I get bored or something happens where I just lose interest completely. And my brain's just like, you can't be bothered with this game. And you know what? Yes, it is because there's a... Who did he just agree with? You specifically. That there's new hotness that would come out, and I think that's... I'm a sucker for hype, and I hate it. I hate how much I'm just... Oh, did somebody say hype? Oh, is there a little sliver of hype over here? Put whatever's in my hand, whatever that's like fucking amazing. It could be literally like Demon Souls in my hand. I go, fuck that. Let's play Cooking Kitty Simulator 2. I guess I would have to see that game. Cooking, like, are you a cat and you're cooking, or are you cooking a? Okay, we don't have to try that game. Maybe we would, but just to see. Hopefully Mika's not still watching. Close your ears. Instead of shut your ears, close them. Yeah, I think I want to move all of this wrist. This arm. She is. Oops! Just kidding! It's too hot for her to care. I'm assuming you're talking about temperature and not just like my new haircut. Isn't the world nuts? How it can be freezing where you're living and hot where somebody else is? Isn't that crazy? I'm wearing long johns. You know what I mean? Mainly because I like how they feel on my legs. Like my legs are being just like constantly hugged by like warmth. You know what I mean? So something I'd like to do probably maybe Wednesday here on the stream. I think I want to pull up a like Google Calendar and then set up what I would like to get out of each week coming up here from the stream in terms of the studies that I want to do. So I probably will do that either Wednesday or Thursday. After or before, it depends. It depends on, we'll see what Ricardo does. to flip this. This arm feels a little bit weird. Both. All right. Is this like whisper mumble rap? It's not really what I'm vibing with right now, so I'm gonna skip that. Music up just a little bit here. You guys let me know if this is too loud. Or not loud enough. 2 a.m. go to sleep. I looked at the camera, that's not there. Sam, perfect volume, thanks dude. Sleep tight, buddy. Hopefully you're able, I don't know, it's just like sleeping in a hot, oh god dude. You get a fan blasting at your crotch or something. Or wherever you want to get fan blasted. Good night. Good night, dude. What's he talking about? Weird. Yeah, okay, I think this is fine. I think what I'm going to do now is turn this layer back completely opaque. And did I put a finger here? No, that's her blouse. So let me make a new layer under this line layer we just did. Let's get a value for skin tone. And we're just gonna lock it in. And this will be a layer above the main layer of her. I think we'll keep it that way so that we can paint underneath these arms without having to worry about an edge just yet. I think the elbow comes down a little bit more. If you guys have any questions, by all means, feel free to ask. Typically I go over how we got to this spot at the very beginning of the stream. I don't know why I didn't today, but I can certainly do that. Of course, there's a lot of different ways to do this. I could have just grabbed my lasso tool and traced around the arms and the hands and got it that way, but I don't know. Sometimes just painting, even digital painting, can feel fun. Where's the camera? Fun. So that's why. Sometimes I still like to enjoy the thing that I'm doing for a living. You know what I mean? It's kind of, there's some things I will try and be more efficient with, obviously. You know, especially if things have a deadline. But when it's this, and it's me, always been a huge fan of coloring books. But seriously, like, it's always been like a really nice hobby to do growing up. You know, seeing how other people work and how they arrange their process, I guess. Some people like to, you know, I guess I could use terms that you use for painting walls. You know how you cut out the wall with a smaller roller or a brush, and basically you're just painting. You sound like a cat. You're just painting like these areas here, like all around the wall and the floor, right? Like this area, and then you fill in there with a roller, right? It's called cutting, I guess. Some people will do that for. Why am I talking? Why am I talking about coloring books? Some people will do that for coloring books. You know, between the ages of maybe like 4 and 10, that's what they would do. I don't know. What the fuck I'm talking about. But those were good times, right? Coloring books. Hey, Derek, can you talk about coloring books a little bit more? That was, you know, like the part where you're discussing the many ways how you can stay inside the lines. That's really interesting. Keep. Oh God. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. I know it's like completely impossible, but thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we can get you through the day a little bit. Whatever shenanigans this is. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hold down Alt, drag on the layer that I just painted a couple times, make duplicates, highlight them, merge them together so I know that they're fairly opaque, if not completely opaque, and solid. I don't want any transparency on that layer. Am I up early? Isn't this the time that I normally would start, like about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago? I don't know. Here we are, we're here. Did I start? I did start. I think I started an hour early. No. I don't know either, Rick. That makes 2 of us, dude. But either way, I showed up, you know? That's all that matters. I'm here. I guess I guess I should figure that out. I think, yeah, because it's 10 o'clock my time when I start and 9 a.m. Eastern. I think that's it. Yeah, I should probably keep track of that. Okay, so what I want to do is turn off this layer now, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, we're good. And then go back to this layer. What's on that? What is this? I think we'll just... no, that's her hands, her other hands, right? Actually, I think we'll probably just paint over that. Or turn it off. Yeah, okay, cool. Bring that up. I think I'm just gonna put all this stuff in its own folder. Flat process. Leave that be. Yeah, I think that's fine. Put this in its own. Yeah. Okay, cool. And I think I could probably hide that. Zoom out to maybe here for a bit. No, I think we do. I think I do need to zoom in some. Yeah, let's do that. lines. I think it's this layer. Yep. Let's grab a different paintbrush. I think this time I'm going to delete that. Control Shift Alt E, merge all into one layer. And I'm going to, let's just get all of this. Control J, closer. I think we can do that. Delete this. Let's see, there we go. Okay. Do you move your eyes fast between two corresponding points on the ref and paint to check difference? Yes, absolutely. That is definitely something I do. In fact, I prefer to have my reference almost literally next, well, you can see as close as it can be next to where I'm drawing, so that I minimize any bit of this, any bit of like head turning. Because I find that if I have to move my head to see the reference, like let's say if I position myself for life drawing and I had my easel here, but my reference was like right over here. This little head turn is enough for the information that I've just gathered with my eyes, storing in my brain. This movement here is enough to skew it just a little bit. At least that's what I find with my experience. So when I don't have to move my head and I'm sitting with decent posture and both my canvas and my reference are basically, like you said, within eye movement from each other, that makes the results better from my experience. Does that? I hope that helps answer. But it feels like cheating to me. I know it felt like that way for me for a very long time. And then I think something happens where you have to realize what we're doing is highly dependent on visual reference. It's in taking things from life and putting them on our canvas, right? If it means not having to move our head a whole lot, and people still think that's cheating, that's on them. For me, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's making your job and your work process more convenient, more easier for you to more efficient to get. I guess efficiency. It's streamlining. It's just you're making your process more efficient and more accurate. Rather, because to me, and here's the reason why. You can still get very accurate with head turning reference, right? To have to look at your reference. I think it's just a matter of you're going to be spending more time with getting your accuracy that way than having it immediately next to your painting, right? And fuck anybody who thinks that you're cheating. To me, cheating is tracing over somebody else's work and calling it yours, or just taking somebody else's work and calling it yours. That's cheating. Those people can go fuck themselves. And anybody else who thinks that this is cheating, follow those people who are gonna go fuck themselves. You might enjoy that. Derek, that was really rude and unnecessary. Probably true. Probably right. You know what? You don't have to fuck yourself. I guess just understand what I'm trying to say. Is that it's not cheating. It's you're using your reference. You're not, sorry, it's not just that. You know what? I'm not gonna explain myself. I've already go back and watch the VOD. Derek, there's nobody disagreeing with you. Oh, I heard them. And there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna disagree with everything. And that's just my point even more. They can go fuck themselves. You know what I mean? Was that kind of rude? Life's kind of rude. Just stop cheating, please. Yeah. Judicium. Do you not use other points that you've already drawn as a... Absolutely, I definitely do. I use, what would you call those? Landmarks, right? Like basically just key points that you can always kind of lean on or rely on in terms of placing other key features, right? It's a tool for measuring. I definitely use that, as well as positive and negative space, right? Shapes. Use all those things. Use them. You know what I mean? Cheating is, it's like you should talk to industry professionals and ask them what cheating is, right? Because there's no cheating. Are you tracing? Are you like literally stealing other people's work and claiming it as yours? And if you're not doing that, then you're golden. You know what I mean? As long as the job's getting done and the product is being delivered on time, at the end of the day, that's what matters the most in the industry. So while everybody else is trying to hurdle themselves through this weird hypothetical art law that doesn't really fucking exist, just so that they can feel proud about their authenticity, there's a rude awakening eventually coming their way. It's just a matter of time. Or they're just gonna butt heads with everybody and be probably very difficult to work with. And eventually get blacklisted. I would assume. You know? Because if there's anything that's probably more important than just having good skills, it's just being able to function with other people, you know, at a base level. You know, you typically, I don't know, I don't want to cast judgment, but I will. Here I am. I'm going to cast judgment. Typically the people who call out people for cheating, well, first of all, they probably barely have a concept of the fundamentals of art. And they're usually what it is, it's misdirected anger or disappointment with themselves. And that reveals even more about the types of people who call out other people for cheating. When they don't really have the credentials to do it, you know what I mean? It's like me going up to like a Supreme Court justice and be like, you're actually incorrect. That's not the truth. And then just telling them how to fucking do the job or whatever. And maybe that's a bad example. Because that's a very hot topic nowadays. Did you guys ever hear of Shady Safadi's talk about the law of increasing awesomeness? I've heard of him. I haven't heard of that talk. You know, and he's great. I think I've heard some of him speak at a Massive Black convention or workshop years ago. But most of the stuff that I've taken from those workshops is kind of, well, probably it's as useful to me now as anything I learned from high school, sadly. I hate that about my brain. It's just like it's like I have like a half a megabyte of dedicated space, and it's constantly being deleted. And I don't know. I need to upgrade my brain hard drive. I've heard industry pros confirm that they'll trace to meet timelines. Like you're allowed to use such industry shortcuts as long as you can do it properly without tracing. I mean, even then, yeah, no, they can totally trace, and typically it's not. I don't know. I can't say for most artists who in the industry won't trace, but I certainly won't. I won't. That takes the fun out of it for me. And then if I'm taking the fun out of the thing that I'm doing for a career, I will just hate myself. I'll just quickly start becoming very jaded and burnt out, and I don't want to do that again, ever. So, even when it comes to efficiency, there's certain things that I'm willing to not do, and tracing is one of them. However, I will trace the living shit out of my own work over and over and over and over again, but I will not trace something that is not something I created. I guess that's really all I'm trying to say with that. To each their own, you know. Again, if it's getting a salary for you, by all means, do whatever the fuck you want. And if you're able to disconnect, or maybe not even need to disconnect because it doesn't bother you to begin with, then again, that's totally up to the individual. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, so just saying some words. Similar to Mindset. Is that the song like going? Are you guys hearing that too? It's like, are my headphones dying? That, can you hear that? So I'm just like, yeah, it's part of the song. Don't add those to songs. Don't add sirens to songs. Do not add sirens to songs. Don't do that. Don't add sirens to songs. Don't add alarms and sirens. Don't add alarms and sirens or dogs barking. I hate that. Or static and scratching. Don't do that, okay? There. DMCA, I know you're listening. Probably just a bot though, but don't add those scratches. Fuck. It's like I listen to the Midnight when I'm driving, and they have a couple songs that have like sirens in them, and it fucks me up. It really just fucks me up when I'm driving. Anyways. Okay, adding sirens to every song at the beginning of and at the end of every single song now, it's just sirens and dogs. And alarms going off just all at once. I asked for that, I guess. I wonder how old school 2D animation argued tracing, because 90% of animating is tracing over your own drawings. I mean, but that's exactly what I'm saying. I went through traditional animation school because that's originally what I wanted to do. Turns out that's just like that industry is just non-existing. Traditional artists, you have to be a god tier artist and have tons of industry experience to be a traditional animator. And even now, it's just much more efficient to do everything in 3D, or like Toon Boom or some program that is now the norm in the industry. It's just much more efficient. However, it just takes out all the fun of drawing. You're moving like symbols around. You're doing more clicking and I don't know, man. I don't want to animate like that. So I never got into the industry. Pretty much after graduating animation, I luckily, somehow got a job as a game artist, a 2D game artist, for a casino company, making casino games for about 4 years, and that's where I learned Photoshop. That's where I learned how to. That was the time. Those 4 years I was working there was the time that I was working there. There was a lot of overhead, so when I was not working, or I guess at this point I can say I wasn't working. I was just looking at conceptart.org sketchbook form, just constantly. I'd get in there at 8 o'clock in the morning, wait for whatever meeting I need to go to, get my assignments for the day, take 30 minutes to paint them, send them off for approval, end up waiting the rest of the day because that's how it was. And then browsing concept art, learning how to paint in Photoshop. It was perfect. I was really fortunate to get so lucky to get that job after graduating from a traditional animation course. Realizing that I just wasted all my time. No, I didn't waste all my time. And I guess that's probably one of the good things about studying in the arts, is that they're interchangeable, right? And very valuable. It's very valuable knowledge to carry on over to another kind of related industry, you know, whether it's being or job position or whatever. Having that background of traditional animation going into illustration or concept art it's great. It's good to have, right? It's a good background to have. So it wasn't a complete waste. I shouldn't say that. And I'm sorry I'm ranting. I guess it's Monday. I'm kind of taking my sweet time. I just take my sweet time. Who am I kidding? Regardless of the day of the week. Senior Fartface. One of the, just such a good name. Fartface, I think, was my first ever insult to anybody growing up. And I was just, it's so good. It's so good. Fartface. How can your face be a fart? But it is, so you stink. Or I don't know. It's just good. It's good. Hey, John. I love your art. It has so much attention to detail. I appreciate that. Thank you, Senior Fartface. I don't really comment on streams much, but I just want to say it means a lot to have a nice, chill place to hang out and during these crazy times. You made my heart feel so good right now, man. Cause likewise, it's kind of like it's a nice win-win situation here. It distracts me from the world outside. It's very therapeutic. I get to read amazingly nice comments like that. I will do everything I can in my power to hopefully help entertain you guys or keep your minds off of things. Besides when I start to rant about them and complain about them myself. I'll try and avoid that nonsense. But thank you so much for the kind words. Positivity in the second most infectious thing of 2020. I'm not a positive person. I'm really not. But I think there's a certain side of me that is, maybe, and hopefully that's the side that you guys see on stream, because I'm a piece of shit. I got a phone call. 1 second. Did you guys hear any of that? You didn't hear me, did you? Honestly, it doesn't fucking matter. That was a call from some dude for the house. He's dropping by just to give some things. It wouldn't matter if you heard any of it anyways. Actually, it would have, because I doxed myself, so I'm glad. I'm glad. Not that, you know what? It's fine. So I should probably keep one ear out. It's the guy who's gonna come by. He's gonna drop off some cabinets. Whatever. I'll have to let him in. He'll install those while we're down here messing around. back to what I was talking about. Senior Fartface, thank you so much. This toot for game blasting out the ass with love and support. My people, you are my people, Senior Fartface. Like, literally everything that you said there speaks directly to me, so thank you. Especially, obviously, the kind words, for sure. So thank you. Damn, how do I get that lucky? I don't know, dude. It was strange, and it was in my hometown, too. So I got an apartment. I moved in with some friends. And we lived, it was a good time. Maybe I'll share some of those stories. Good times. School's never a waste of time if you can afford it and if you want to be there, right? Other than being kind of like a babysitting club type of thing for the first couple years, maybe the entire experience for a lot of people has been just like daycare, a place for your parents or your legal guardians to drop you off and so that they can go to work and pay for whatever bills that you've constantly brought into their life now that you're around. Where did my stylus go? Oh, it's right here. What's he talking about? It doesn't matter. But you'd assume you're right. I think so. I think that there's definitely a lot of good that comes from school more so than bad. In most countries, there's a lot of countries out there that have just no financial support for their students, and they set them off for a future of fuck you, basically. Go to university and college, study whatever you change degrees. That's fine too. That's very normal. To spend a little bit more money, that's okay. Whatever. And then you graduate, and then struggle to get a job, and then have this debt, and then you just hate yourself, and you hate the industry, and everything's awful. Is that relatable? Is that any of that relatable at all? Yeah, it's not necessarily a positive thing, but it's unfortunate if that's how it is for a lot of people, because that's not a system that works, right? System that's supposed to provide education for future jobs, and then you graduate and you don't end up getting any jobs, not necessarily because your interests change, but there's just no jobs. Sucks, right? And it's a very real fucking thing, and it seems like it's not improving. Why am I talking about this? This is so this is so depressing. It's such a grind, and it's such a... If you don't get scooped up, if you're not living in a big city that has all kinds of studios, that has a little corner of the industry that's constantly regurgitating and consuming its artists, then you're basically fucked, and you have to find a way to make an income on your own, right? You have to be a little bit, I guess, I don't want to say creative, because you can't create something out of nothing. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright. This Obi in his kennel. School's never a waste of time. I think that depends on the school. The school I went to... Yeah, it really does depend. I think it can be a waste of time. And it can be a waste of fucking money. And if you get both of those together... which is a reality for a lot of people, fucking sucks. Because there's a lot of prestigious schools out there that say that they can deliver you a I don't know, a nice 5 salary, maybe even 6 salary figure after graduating, and you come out with basically nothing to show for it, other than crazy amounts of debt. Those places can go fuck themselves. Derek has told a lot of things and places and people to go fuck themselves today. Yeah, and I wish more people would as well and stop going to these places, because it's not helping. It's just making people even more broke and not have anything to show for it, right? So with that said, I'm an advocate for self-learn. However, if you have the opportunity to go to a course that has credible, professional people with actual industry experience as the professors and teachers, yeah, absolutely take advantage of that if you can afford it. Otherwise, there's so many other much more affordable and better roads to go down and for your artistic learnings. There's free content on Twitch here. There's free content on YouTube. All over, you just Google fundamentals of art. You'll get tons of resources there. There's Loomis books that are online. If you go to, what is it, saveloomis.com or something like that? I don't know. If you just go to Loomis in Google and oh, that's not it. Nope, that's the Loomis Express. That's a delivery. Loomis Art. PDFs. What is it called? I used to have a bot that would do all this stuff. Alex Hayes. That's what it is. Alex Hayes. So if you can go here, this site has been around forever, and you can start learning how to draw today with Andrew Loomis. How to draw the head. This is a good introduction book. And if you want to get into anatomy and head studies, these next two. And Successful Drawings has a lot for setting up your scenes and your illustrations and your perspective. There you go. Check that out. Bookmark that, because that's a good resource to have. And that's just like the tip of the iceberg. It goes on and on. How much resources we have on the internet that are free. And if you want to go a little bit further, you can go to Gumroad. There's Patreons that people have that set up educational PDFs, or, well, I guess PDFs, but I was trying to say PSDs for us to open and go through, and they have videos. Anyways, and all that for what, probably like a couple $100, and you're not having to give up your future for, right? So it's a way better way to do it. I don't know. It's, to me, it sounds, I wish if I could do it again, that's probably how I would do it. But then again, I was very lucky with landing a job right out of school. So I guess I really didn't need to have to do that. This hand feels small. And I think I'm going to merge these two together. Yeah. Why not? I absolutely did nothing so far, guys. I'm so sorry for all the blabbering. Ranting. The school I went to didn't teach many concepts, but taught more on how to use software. Yeah, I guess it's kind of the programs that you sign up to, depending on what you're going to get out of them. Well, I guess that's course Derek. Whereas the course that I signed up for was traditional focused, but we still did have a computer class, and we opened Photoshop, and I think the instructor for that class taught us how to do a little bit of photo editing, like how to use the clone stamp tool and get rid of blemishes and imperfections and stuff like that, which is great. That's really nice, but it didn't teach us how to customize brushes and how to make our own textures and all that kind of stuff like that, and then apply it to your paintings. We just kind of ran through some tutorials, which I don't want to throw any shade to the teacher who taught that class, because that's what they were assigned to do. They were assigned to give us those instructions. But outside of that, it's kind of like it's up to you if you want to learn Photoshop. Because like I said, it was a traditional 2D animation course. Okay, let's go a little bit darker with this value. Rest here. Oh, that's on the arm. Okay. Could add one ingredient there, and that is your own effort, willingness to learn. Yeah, absolutely. If you don't have the natural inherent desire to want to improve, then that's it. You're not going to learn, right? If, like I said earlier, if you're being put into a school, like elementary school, most likely you're being put there. It's kind of to occupy your time as a child, while your parents or whoever's looking after you goes and tries to earn money to afford the food to feed your stupid ass. Sorry. I don't know why I had to go and call literally everybody a stupid ass, but we are stupid asses, and we're expensive stupid asses to bring into this world. So sometimes you just need to be put into a room with other stupid asses for a certain amount of hours a day, and people just take care of you and just watch over you. Otherwise it can quickly become a waste of time. No, some dude is gonna do stuff, okay? Musambi, how you doing, man? I'm sorry, I completely forgotten what we're talking about. Our category on Twitch is one of the least toxic places on Twitch. It's close to home. Yeah, it is. It's been a pretty positive experience in here, right? So far, at least. I haven't, for the years that I've streamed, I haven't really had any drama from any other streamer or viewer. I mean, of course, we'll get people in here who, for whatever reason, lash out at me or other people, and that's fine. We just ban them, you know, and move on. Those are very easy to handle. Other than that, yeah, most people, it's pretty welcoming, man. There's so many awesome, chill artists on Twitch. I have a 2-year-old, and trying to work from home is near impossible. Absolutely, I can only imagine. My girlfriend's sister, they have a toddler, and you can just look at their faces, like, because they both work from home too, and how... Oh, man. I feel bad for people who have to... for parents that have to spin so many plates, man. Spinning so many plates. And then you get a high-energy 2-year-old walking in, just kicking and screaming and pooping and peeing and puking. It's tough. I'm assuming. What is it? I empathize? Or no, I sympathize with you, because I have a dog that cries sometimes. And I don't even think you guys hear him on the mic, because the mic doesn't pick him up. And I gotta be careful, because I gotta make sure that I don't miss... the guy who called during the stream just a few minutes ago is going to stop by to install some cabinets, specifically the fronts of the doors, I guess, in the drawers of the cabinets, because they were damaged in shipping. We had to wait a couple of weeks to get the new ones to come in. Derek, that was really cool. I'm glad that you shared that with us. Oh, wow. The information I really wanted to know about you. I'm gonna put it in my blog. John Derek Murphy is getting his new cabinets. Oh my god, it's gonna be so sweet when he talks about it tomorrow. Because I'm probably going to. No, you know what it is? It's just these shitty headphones that I have. And only like half year out of it. Anyways. Spaz, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? How's it going today? It's going Monday, like, barely doing any work. Wasting my time, wasting your guys' time. So, I couldn't be more happier. It's tough. They weren't joking when they said it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah, man. Yep. Having, like, grandparents around or relatives to basically save you for a couple hours, it's kind of like a mandatory thing. Assuming. I'm speaking from what I've seen, not through direct experience. I'm actually probably planning on getting oh my god, what it's called? Where they cut your dick off so you can't have kids. I keep wanting to say vas deferens, but that's just the name of the tube, right? That carries the fun juice, fun sauce. As a cast, no, not a. I'm gonna sign up for voluntary castration because I don't want vasectomy. Thank you, because I don't want kids. And that's a decision that I've made a long time ago. You know what I mean? I think you know, right? You know whether you want to reproduce. Some people just say starting a family, Derek, or not. You just know, I think. Or it happens later on. You're like, oh my god, it's time to panic. But for me, and I've talked about this a lot in the stream, so sorry if this is just another boring, repetitive topic. Vasectomy is definitely something I want to get. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Just take the whole scrote. Just get rid of it. And then I'll put some underglow or something there, like hydraulics or whatever. That's what we can do, right? You can get underglow or smoke machine where my testicles used to be. And then just have just lights. That's what vasectomies are, right? Just want to make sure we're on the same page. Yeah, smoke machine, yeah, absolutely. Am I married? I'm not married. I'm not married right now, and I have not been married. I should say that. But Caroline and I have been dating for, I don't know, fucking 30 years or so. Going on 50? I don't know. But it's been since 2016, 17, something like that. Eventually. I think eventually we will get married, just when the time's right. And, Obi, you're not coming to the wedding with that attitude. It worked. No, I don't think there actually will be a wedding. I think if there will be a wedding, it'll be like a very small. And I'm not just saying this because it's a COVID world that we live in. I'm saying this because to each their own, of course. I don't understand starting off a new chapter in two people's lives with a lot of debt. No, thank you. I will go ahead and just sign the documents. Invite family, small, maybe like 5 or 6 family friends out, have some beer, eat some food or wine or whatever it is, and then we're married now, and that's it. That's kind of, and we'll stream the entire thing. No, I don't think, I don't know. Again, You guys are pressuring me. What are you trying to do? Ugh. Okay, Derek, you need to cut your dick off, and then you need to get married, and then you need to buy another house, and then sell it, and then get a car, and 2 more dogs, and then stream the whole thing. No, we're gonna pump the brakes on that. On that real quick here. Okay. I think I need to move the hands a little bit. I'll get this purplish. Gray. Now a little bit more pink. So I might have to run out of the room real quick here as soon as this cabinet dude comes in. So forgive me for that. But I want to get these cabinets taken care of. I'm sorry if I was talking about something and I just stopped talking about it. That's all I do really. That's basically it. It's just I'll start something and then I'll just stop. So with paintings, with conversations, you name it. I feel the same way when I married my boyfriend. I didn't want a huge wedding. I feel bad though because I'm sure your wife deserves the whole shebang. She's on the same page. She's on the same page, and I wouldn't be with her if she didn't feel that way. You know what I mean? We both understand that we don't live in our parents' world. We don't live in our parents' generation's world, where weddings and college and houses and cars were much more affordable, and jobs were aplenty. The world we live in is much more different. So the pressure from that generation, it's just they're not in tune with finances and getting yourself situated for life. It's completely different. Career paths are completely different, and cities, how it's not the same thing. So we're gonna do things differently, pretty much on every front. Because there really is no normal for this generation, for people who are 20 to 30 years old, right? It's a shame when we hear the older generation voice their disappointment, because this generation honestly has no say in any of the financial, house owning, marriage, school industries, whatever those industries are run usually by a generation or people from a different generation as well. Maybe. I really can't be saying that and thinking that it's fact, because I don't know. I didn't do any research. I'm just like assuming. I'm assuming it's old people because that's why the world's shit. Sorry if there's old people who aren't shit watching, and I know they exist. It's just unfortunate that that's usually the case, man. That's usually what it is. It's people refusing to change with the times, or at least add different avenues that make sense for the current times and not put additional pressure on. I don't know. What the fuck am I saying? Life's hard, especially now. And it always will get more. New generations will have their own shit to face. And I think when we're in the position of our parents and casting our judgment down, I'm sure we'll be critical, but having gone through this weird experience of growing up with the internet, basically being the first generation to grow up with the internet, knowing the power that it has and knowing the connections that you can make with that, it's completely different. You know, the world is completely different than the world that our parents had. So the things that they've obtained, we might not obtain, or we might obtain quicker or later. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. We can always have a re-wedding later as a ceremony. And that's true as well. If we do decide to have something later on, when hopefully we've had successful careers, we can do that, yeah. You know, and hopefully the world would be open whenever that is, and we can travel and go places and see sights that we've always wanted to see. And not just start a chapter in our life with a lot of debt from a wedding. People spend a lot of money on that type of stuff, and if it's their money, they're totally allowed to, obviously. I, for one, I don't see any reason to start off a marriage that way. I think it should be celebrated. You know, it's a momentous occasion, but I don't know. It's not something that has ever been appealing to me to like want to rent out a church or a barn or something like that and decorate it. I mean, I've done it for friends. I've helped friends with their weddings, and I've been a best man at one, and that's very nice. It's very lovely, but for me, it's not something that I desire. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one to feel that way. Because the money that you could use to rent that place, you could pay off other debt, other college student loan debt from another industry or part of life that has failed this generation, only to set us up with some nice opportunity to build credit. I guess that's basically it, right? At a young age, you can start your credit and tank it into the ground. That's basically what we're setting you up for. Good luck with your life. Fuck you. That's what the education system says in most countries. Thanks for your money. Good luck with your life. Fuck you. And that's upsetting, right? And that kind of all goes back to what I was saying not too long ago about self-learning. There's so many good, useful, free tools available. I think the most beneficial thing is finding a community to become a part of and grow with, and hopefully it's a community that is inclusive and allows people to share the process and the progress of with everybody without ridicule. Because I think that's probably the most scariest thing when it comes to learning, besides the fact that there's so much to fucking learn, is sharing your process or your progress with other people online. It's very intimidating, right? Because you don't know whose eyes are going to see it. If they're going to be a shitty, awful person and just make you feel this big, right? Or your next gig, right? So that's the gamble. I guess the point of what I'm saying here is just keep fucking working, putting it out there, and having a nice community to do that in is huge. Holy tangential thoughts today, man. Believe it or not, like, I've been really cutting back on caffeine. Maybe my body's somehow able to produce caffeine. Maybe there's so much coffee in my body that it's seeded itself. There's growing. I have a. Is do coffee beans grow in something that's called like a vineyard? Would you call it? I have a coffee bean vineyard in my stomach, or is that only for grapes and wine? Obviously. I don't know what the term would be for like a coffee bean farm. It's good to have a caffeine detox once in a while. You're absolutely right. With my tremor and me getting older, I think it's probably going to be this way for a good while. Because my tremor is not going anywhere. That's for sure. And my addiction for caffeine isn't going anywhere either. I fucking love coffee, man. Like, it's just so good. So what I've been doing is I'm drinking just decaf, but I have dark roast. Still, because I'm making the switch from dark roast to decaf, I'll put in just 1 tablespoon of dark roast when I'm making a nice fresh pie. Fresh pie! And that'll do the trick. And I think eventually, once I run out of dark roast, that's it. And do my I guess detox. I guess is kind of what we're saying. I was drinking way too much coffee though, so it's nice to not feel so dependent on it. Even though I just want to. I want to be so dependent on coffee. There's just nothing, I don't know. There's things that are better than coffee, like pizza. What about coffee flavored pizza, Derek? Oh my god, now you're just painting a dream for me. Alright. Again, I feel like I need to just focus on painting for a bit. And I want to fix that arm too. I want to blend that in. Here, let's do this actually. Like that, Control J. Attach this to this arm. Like that. And then I think that's it. I think we can, here, let's turn off that. And then we can go back in here and erase maybe this. And some of this. Let's see what that looks like. Cool. Clean that up even more. Alright. Does that work? I think so. Cool. Alright, so let's make another layer. Hold down Alt, click in between these 2 layers so it clips on. And we can kind of just pull this. And just basically be flat with my opacity. Be solid with the opacity, rather. And this is, the values are going to be all over the place for a bit as we start to render here. Again, if I missed anything that you guys said, my apologies. This is the camera's right there. Our fields, just fields of coffee beans, yeah. Because they come from a, it's this, is it the seed from like a berry? Isn't it? Like, coffee beans come from a tree or bush or something above ground, and then they, I don't know, cast a spell or something, and then they turn into coffee beans. Okay. A little bit of like peach in here. And then a little bit of this maybe. So again, I'll probably have to, as soon as I hear the guy get here, for the kitchen cabinets, I will just let him in. Maybe I'll hit you guys with a 60-second ad. Then I'll quickly call my financial advisor, tell him to get ready for the amount of money that we're gonna make from advertisements. I guess I still have to run them anyways because of Twitch. The wedding industry is a pretty predatory industry, though. Are we just trying to say that life expectancy is too high now? Wait, what? It's good to caffeine detox with one coffee beans or fields. I'm completely addicted to caffeine. It's terrible. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is not becoming so dependent on the caffeine and making it more of a thing that I just enjoy doing or having it be part of my day. Not, I don't know. That's the switch for decaf, and that's what that's all about for me, at least. It's not. I don't want to feel so dependent on it. I just want to enjoy the coffee. Because when you get withdrawals and headaches and stuff like that, and you're just like, I guess it's 10 o'clock at night. I gotta drink some coffee. Which hasn't happened yet, thankfully. I'm on the wrong layer. That explains everything. Okay, so that's this value in the hands. Get that a little bit more yellow in there. Obi Bemtagol. I feel like he's getting better. It's just going to take time. Living in a house that has more than just a hallway, where he can basically turn and look and see everybody. It's going to take some time for him to get used to. I want to erase these edges a little bit. Very sharp. Layer. That's just at this point, it's something that I completely accept. And what I'm talking about is just painting on the wrong layer. It's a human error thing. It's going to happen more than I wish it would, but I guess that's what happens when you decide to paint with a bajillion layers, like I like to. Okay. The whole point of today's stream was for me to work on the hands, and lo and behold, I failed to do that. Let's try and... Oh, good. Wait, am I painting? Okay, no. Good. Painting on the same layers. And Jay, what's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Sorry, I'm just completely oblivious to chat. So par for the course here. Haven't seen you in a long time. We're back, dude. We're streaming Monday through Friday. Starting at, I think, pretty much our old time. We're doing our old schedule that we used to do back on Twitch. I'm in a very good mental state. All things considered in the world that's going on, I've had a very progressive year for my mental health. I feel like I'm in a place where I have it under control. Anxiety and depression are now in a place that are very manageable. So I decided, why not give streaming a try again, right? So, and because I've always absolutely loved it. Very therapeutic for me. It helps, because when I think we know, the people who I'm talking to specifically are people who we kind of already isolated ourselves long before COVID, and any type of validation or feedback that we get, that's kind of all that we really have to judge whether or not we're going in the right direction, right? With streaming, I have the direct kind of feedback from you guys on whether it's, we're heading in the right direction art-wise, or the things that I'm talking about are making sense to you as well as to me. It's just nice to have that sense of, I don't know, what would you call it? Just reaffirming that I'm not completely losing my mind. Because some days it feels like that, right? It's just, not literally, but it's just, it almost feels like it would be easier if I just lost my mind. But yeah, no, I'm in a fucking great place, and I want to stream, so here we are, man. I'm in a new house. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. I sold my little hallway mini home, modular home, and I now have a mortgage that's probably going to take the rest of my life to pay off, but I'm very happy with the house that I got attached to that mortgage. So it allows me to do this. So here I am. Obi, no one likes you. Just go with it, guys. Just go with it. It worked. Yeah. Now he's even more sad. Just push him over the edge so he stops actually whining. Joking. He's a dog. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. Actually, dogs do. And he probably can't even hear me. Yeah, poor Obi. You were always super helpful back then, too. Helped me a lot when I was starting out. And I guess that's never been, and this is going to sound fucked up, that's never been the intention of streaming. That's been a welcomed benefit of it, for sure. I've always approached, like everything in life, I approach things pretty selfishly. I think that's just a human thing that we do as humans. I did it to set up a schedule so that I would study, so that I would work on my drawing. So I fired up the stream, and however many years ago, I think my first stream was over in live stream. I don't know if that site's around anymore, but I didn't have a mic, didn't have a camera. I actually did a lot of painting for like a good year. Not bothering myself, not getting in the way. But then when I got a mic, it started to be something more. It started being really, really fun. On top of the sense of responsibility that I created for myself with setting a schedule, right? When you set a schedule for your streams, it feels like not only do you need to show up, but you're letting people down potentially if you don't. So, and that sucks. I hate letting people down. So that helped. Not always, but it certainly did for the most part. And those are little things that you can use to help. If you know yourself and you're like, well, I'll get bored and I'll stop caring, so I need something else, an external force, basically. Something like setting up a schedule. Might be that thing. Obi, nobody likes you. You should. He's getting there. He'll get used to it. Consistency. It's almost like consistency and not quitting are the most important things in life. It's just sticking to something, not abandoning it. Easier said than done, right? Some things you just kind of need to toss aside because they can hinder, right? They can stagnate growth. So it's up to us in our judgment, right, to decide whether we've gotten all that we needed from this thing. Is my camera in my mic delayed? Hello. Like on my end, it looks like there is. Is it good for you guys? Hi. This is the stream for the next 30 minutes, by the way. Anyways, maybe not. Maybe we'll skip that part. It looks, to me, it looks like my sound's coming. I don't know. Coming at the gym. I appreciate those kind words, Jay. By the way, I don't know if I said that. I want to do the same, but other people judging. Oh, there's a doorbell. Oh, it's the guy. Be right back. Guys, we're just installing some cupboards, cabinets, stuff. Should be maybe another 5 minutes, and we'll be right back to it. Sorry it's taking so long. My apologies, but it is what it is. I'll be right back.
And now, how about drums? An instrument everybody loves.
Hey guys. Still waiting. He's putting on the last one now, so should be about ready. About ready to come on back here, and we'll make up for last time. So just don't you worry about a thing. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm terribly sorry about that. I wasn't expecting it to be fucking like 30 minutes. I'm back. He's gone. The scary man who's putting on my cupboards is gone. Actually, he wasn't scary at all. He was a very nice guy. I just want to, again, apologize. Typically, I don't like leaving the stream up and running by itself with chair. And I totally forgot that I bounced my stylus. Now I have to find my stylus. Hold on. I got a backup one. I found it. You always got to keep your spare, right? Okay, all right. Kitchen has cupboard doors. It looks great. You guys want to see what my kitchen looks like? I can show you a photo of what it looks like. Not my actual kitchen, but I can show you a picture. Let me bring that up for you. Yeah, you guys are just so eager Just calm down. Calm down about wanting to see my kitchen, okay? Please. One at a time. Okay, is this it? I think this is it. Yeah, let's go here. So that's not my kitchen. This isn't even my house, but it's the same builder, I guess. That's the front. You go up the stairs. That's the kitchen over there. So he was putting in a lot of these cupboards right here and all the mechanical guts and whatnot. This is what it looks like. That's a good little kitchen right there. At least I think it's a nice little kitchen. Why is my bitrate only like 2K? Can't we stream higher than that? Higher, take me higher. I'm gonna take me high. I think I've lost my mind a little bit. Where's the settings at? Oh, there they are. 15K. Oh, let's go. I think you're allowed 4K, 4,000. Let's try that. Maybe 3. Is it 3,000? Let's go with 3. I don't know. So that's my kitchen. He's putting the cupboard doors and handles on them. That's what he was doing. That's why I was not here. My apologies again for not literally being here for like 4 days straight in a row in one stream. All right. What do you say? We just make like a turd and hoop. No, I don't think that made any sense. Let's just continue painting. Yeah. Okay, the hands, right? The hands. Did you guys do anything while I was gone? Did you guys, let me catch up with what you guys said while I was the chair is pretty good. Kappa Kappa, Christy with the crazy demon mustache guy, conniving evil man. Wade to Cuff, classic chair streams. Wade, I don't know if anybody's still here, but I appreciate anybody who was here for any amount of time just to say hello. Naked man just winking. I guess my lovely co-host over there was helping out. All right. Excuse me. That's just another thing to mark off the list. There's a lot of things that still need to be done. Involving around house things. But that was one of the ones that well, I guess you can't help but notice every single day, because you go into your kitchen and you realize there's no cupboards or anything, so it's nice to have that off the list. Yeah, we're not painting the hands still, but that's fine. We're painting underneath the hands, so that's we're in the right direction. So something that I wish that I was a lot better at is, I think it's just simply, well, there's two things actually just came to mind. The first one that I was going to say is accuracy in terms of my values and my colors. I wish that they were right the first try. I think anybody would really want to be able to do that. But since I know that I don't, since I know my accuracy is off, I'm constantly just trying to nudge. It almost feels like just nudge everywheres, basically. Does that make sense? Did any of that make sense? I'm trying to paint everywheres as accurately as I can, knowing that I'm not actually painting accurately. So I just kind of slowly glance over other areas, making sure my eyes are constantly seeing something for not too long. Does that make sense? And actually, now that I'm verbalizing it, it's kind of the first time I've really, well, verbalized it. This process, like working on it as a whole, rather than just focusing on one area till it's finished. And I know that there's a lot of artists out there, that's how they work, right? They stick with one area until it's done, then they move to the next, and it's very linear like that. I think that's kind of what I'm saying, is I wish I was able to do something like that. But sadly, I understand how I work. And that's just how I paint, you know? You've been here, just stuck in a meeting, muted? Well, man, Moose, I'm sorry that I left you in a meeting with literally nothing to kind of pass the time. I will take responsibility for that, and I will never have kitchen drawers ever installed ever again. Actually, there's no guarantee on that. But I hope you get out of your meeting soon. Yeah. This too shall pass. The worst of meetings. It's definitely weird to be in this room with the light off. Can I turn the light off, guys? I'm gonna turn the light off. Oh. Oh. Now we're talking. Now it looks like literally I don't have any hair. There we go. No, actually my hair is the blind behind me. I'm just like, I've carved it into a T. Hey guys, do you like my new hairstyle? It's literally just a bar of hair. It's on my head. Sorry. Yeah, I feel way better now that you guys can't see the top of my head. And it's just constantly blending in with the background. I love it. And then if I guess that doesn't work either. Okay. I think all the procrastinating is done now. I think I actually have to paint. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You can do it, Derek! We believe in you! You can do it! Just stop making this very voice you're making! It's working! Oh no! Close. Nope, it's a little too much, right? And this needs to be a little darker. Yeah, man, I've been really enjoying. It's pretty janky. The new Assassin's Creed, the Viking one. Like I said earlier, I subscribed to the $15 or whatever $18 a month thing that they have. know, their EA Premiere or whatever it is that Ubisoft has. And I think that's just how I'm going to try out new games now, is for EA or Ubisoft, is subscribe and try the game. If I like it, I'll play it for as long as I'm interested, and then move on to whatever else gets my attention, which doesn't take much. The new Assassin's Creed, I've really been enjoying it, man. It's finally got a combat that doesn't pull punches. And, like, it's so good to see. I don't know. Did any other Assassin's Creed games have dismemberment? Like, you could literally chop off people's heads and arms and legs and then see them rolling down the hill in real-time physics, or at least in-game engine physics? Has that happened before? I can't remember a game that's had that in a very long time. I might be biased though. It's my yes, right. The Norwegian genes. I don't know how anybody who doesn't want to be a Viking though. At least for a little bit, you know. Yeah. Hacking off those limbs. I got like the biggest disappointment I think for games this year for me has been that's probably a lot, honestly, but the one that's coming to mind right now is the new Star Wars game. Sadly, I didn't enjoy it as much because I kept being put off by the lightsaber and how it's not cutting through anything. It's not cutting through flesh besides like creatures. That sucks. Like that kind of killed it for me, man. And I honestly didn't really enjoy the animations in that game. It was very funky. It's very like he was kind of flailing all the time, just kind of like when he even just turning around, the character's just like. Hey guys, who am I? The main character in that Star Wars game. Literally, I kind of look like him a little bit. But anyways, maybe not. But that game was kind of a letdown because of that and the whole no dismemberment. So, playing as a Viking, it's fucking sweet because you can really immerse yourself into that whole cutting people in half thing. Pretty nice. Okay, let's get this a little bit more saturated. You guys have any questions about what you're seeing? Anything that, I don't know, you might want to see? I can't paint a nipple if that's, you know, I can't do that if that's something you want to see. At least not on this stream. I encourage you to, when we do stream on Picarto, to encourage the nipple drawing and painting then. Unfortunately, Twitch is just a big disappointment. I'll leave it there. I'll stop dragging Twitch through the mud even low. Okay, no, I'm gonna catch myself. Is it still saying BRB? It is. Okay, there we go. I've been back. this is the first Assassin's Creed I enjoyed for the plot since number 3. I really liked was it the second one? I think it was Assassin's Creed 2. I think I really liked that one. For mainly, I don't know, the narrative has never really been something to drive me in an Assassin's Creed game. But I will say that Origins I really liked, and that's kind of like the soft relaunch of Assassin's Creed, the Egyptian one. I played that through and beat it because it was fun and the story actually captivated me. The Viking one, I realized I'm still on the tutorial island. I think I put in like 15 hours just playing around the tutorial island. And then I realized there's more game. There's so much more game. I'm loving it, man. I got nothing other than it's kind of there's some jank. There's a little bit of like really fucking weird glitches that have happened, and I've had some crashing, but nothing to really complain too much about. It still sucks, you know. It still sucks when you pay what you're paying for one of these AAA games, and they're all busted. But I'm overlooking that because I'm actually enjoying myself playing the game. So, you know, when you're asking yourself, am I having fun? And if the answer is yes, victory. Maybe not. Maybe you don't just exclaim victory. But I don't know. Are my notifications not working? I'm so sorry, guys. I had them off. New at this. And we've had some followers. Man, Sam resubbed. He's probably sleeping 32 months in a row, or I guess it says it. I'm glad it says 32 months total. No, not in a row. Boobies! Dronny, how you doing? Hi, Dronny. There's some nippleless breasts on stream right now that I'm painting, I guess. But see, when I say it like that, that sounds definitely sexual, but that's not my intention. Sorry if guys, for everybody who followed here, I'm terribly sorry. I'll quickly read the names. Probably when the raid happened from Sam, Freddy, v Saul. Actually, it's probably Freddy versus all. Anyways, Freddy, sorry. Thank you so much. I'm Stu. Stu, welcome again. Click away. Weathered. J. Derek. It sounds like my name a little bit. Senior Fartface. Hank is Magic. Hugo Notes. NYRU85. Riger. 55. Bizarre Sequence. Bizarre Sequence. I'm illiterate. Jiwo Sophie. Maybe it's Jiwo Sophie? Maybe it's Yiwo Sophie. I probably didn't say any single one of these names correctly. My apologies. Thank you, everybody who's been hanging out all day. We're still going because of the dude coming over to install cupboard stuff for my kitchen. Again, my apologies for that. And I appreciate everybody who's just hanging out. Kevin, welcome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Dronny, it's so nice to see you. How are you doing? The world's a fucking shitty place. Now more than ever. I hope you're doing well. And staying safe out there. Skin-covered fat sacks. Yep. The things that we just... These fatty sacks that are intended for nourishment for newborns. Ugh, I never want to see those ever. That sounds like just a evil thing to witness. Twitch. Sorry. Freddie says, you're one of the few that get my name right. I shouldn't be encouraged by that because I destroy names. I really do. But Freddie versus all. Well, it's a fitting name, I guess, for the world we live in. It's everything's out to get you. Everything in a world where everything can kill you. It's impressive when we survive each day in our homes because of lockdown, due to the things that would kill us. One thing in particular that you can't even see in this case. Kill Jong-un. Welcome to the stream. He's a big fan of the stream. Wait, that's Kill Jong. I'm thinking of Kim Jong-un, right? He's a North Korean dictator. He's also a big fan of the stream. Love having him in here. All right. Excuse me. Let's get to it. This like copyright free stuff it's too good. It's really nice. Like I think that we've had a few repeat songs. But I'm pretty happy with Chilled Cow Music, or no, that's not it. That's another one that's really good, but chillhopmusic.com. Which if you're a streamer and you do enjoy, well, chill hop type music, chillhop.com, you can go there, you can whitelist, you can sign up to have your stream whitelisted both on Twitch and YouTube. So you can actually play okay, sometimes really good music while you're working. So, big shout out to chillhop.com. And if you do want to follow Chillhop, you can scroll down if you're on browser, and there is a icon below where you can go and sign up to do the things I just mentioned. You're a bit sad today. I had to decline a job. I'd wanted to do it, but it's just too far to travel. At the end of the day, would have not been worth it. It sounds like a tough decision, Johnny. I guess that's basically all you can do is try and make the right choices based off of current lifestyle, current, I guess, trends in the world. Traveling right now is probably not a good thing to have to do on a daily. But here's the good news, Ronnie, is that just the opportunities don't ever stop. Opportunities will always happen, and an opportunity like that will make itself available. Again, hopefully something closer, or maybe that'll allow you to work remotely. Which, the fact that, I don't know, it depends on the type of gig that it is, right? Not all businesses, some small businesses just don't have those luxuries to be able to have people work from home, or it's the opposite, one or the other. Or it depends, right? It really depends on the who, what, and where to be able to justify working from home. I almost said painting from home. Because everyone's job is painting. Derek, you small-minded simpleton. Why are you gonna make fun of yourself? Okay, I'm back. I got over it. Basement knows that feeling, yeah. It sucks, man. Looking great. Just saw your art station. Really dig some of the previous studies you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hopefully there's going to be a lot more. Especially studies that I'm actually painting on. Like what I should be right now. I think I'm giving myself time. I'm not really pressuring myself to constantly be performing, I guess. Like constantly be painting. and necessarily... What am I trying to say? I'm giving myself time to get back into the swing of things, I guess. Even technically, even though I've streamed fairly recent, what, September, October? When were the most? I can't remember. I was streaming over on Behance this year, and that was really nice. But we are back here. And I did, well, while I was over there, this is probably why they don't like me over on Behance, because I was pushing for them to have a adult overlay. Basically, like are you 18? There's going to be nudity type of screen. I was pushing almost every day. I was sending out an email to some higher up over at Adobe. And I can only imagine that they're just like, this kid won't shut up about just being able to draw dicks or penises or... Well, dicks are the same as penises there, but... I guess it's a different genre of penis. Is it dick a penis? Anyways. And that's why I'm on Twitch now, for some reason, I guess, but... no, because the contract ran its course for streaming over there, and I also still think that it's partly because of my pressure of trying to get a place that actually lets people stream the studies that they want, or doesn't really, I don't know. It's just so silly that it's 2020 and we're still having the same discussion about naked people that we've been since, I don't know, naked people existed, which is a very long time, I think. It would have been in retail. Okay, so how come you're back on Twitch again? Well, I stopped streaming consistently due to just not feeling great mentally. I was going through bouts of depression. I was very anxious all the time, and I guess for like the past like 2 or 3 years, that's kind of what my life was. It's just dealing with anxiety and depression on a daily basis. Having really bad, like I think it's called agoraphobia, not wanting to leave the house. It's funny because this was happening before COVID, and when COVID came around, it almost felt like I'm a seasoned vet at this shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you how a lockdown works. You know, you know what I mean? Like, my life has been a lockdown, not because I want it to be, but because I have unexplained anxiety and well, I know it's not necessarily unexplained. I know why it's there, because of therapy. Because going through months of therapy, talking to people, talking to a person about it has helped a lot. Also, being prescribed CBD cannabis. Here in Canada, it is legal to consume and partake in recreational cannabis consumption. Back in March, I spoke to a specialist. I spoke to my doctor. They sent me out to a specialist. I had a CT scan, CAT scan, MRI done of my brain to try and figure out what my tremor was, as well as address the depression and anxiety. This is what they came up with. They said, "Do you want to try cannabis?" I was like, "Ew! Gross. Who does the cannabis?" I said, "Fuck yes." And it's been helping, man. It's been really, really helping. I find benefits for both the CBD and THC strains of the cannabis, depending on time of the day. CBD is good for chilling out my tremor and my anxiety during the mornings, and then during the evenings, maybe I'll have I'll roll myself a nice marijuana cigarette to help calm myself down for the evening and adjust for sleep when needed. And that's been helping out a lot, honestly, since March. And maybe even one of the reasons why I'm able to stream in the first place. Anyways, Dronny, this is the long answer. This is the long answer. But I'm always open to share my experiences on anything, including my battle with depression and anxiety. I'm in a very good headspace right now, and I guess like it's just kind of, you got to roll with the punches and try and get the help when needed if you can. Like there's a couple years where it's just literally me just you wallow in your self-pity, and then you get exhausted from that, and then you start to identify yourself as those things, and that makes you feel even worse, and then you start to realize all the potential and time. Anyways, if you've experienced all this stuff, you already know what I'm talking about. I don't need to list it. But I've been taking advantage of some tools and some resources, and I'm seeing I'm making some strides, and I feel good. Yeah. Anxiety, depression got you right there. Yeah. So that's why I had to take some time off. I'm back. I'm fucking back, man. I feel so good. I feel like last week's stream. The last week of streams have felt amazing. Like, it's just been so nice to have not just like, man, and it feels different this time around. It doesn't feel like I'm forcing myself to stream, and I'm totally, my brain's it's just going on all cylinders right now. I have to calm my thoughts. I appreciate the hearts. Thank you guys. I don't know. It's all just like work in progress, right? It's all work in progress. Life is a fucking work in progress. Sometimes we're able to help ourselves, and sometimes we just can't. And that's okay, because that's part of life. But here I am with my feet back underneath me, and I think I'm ready to do this. I want to stream full time, and I want to paint, and I want to draw, and I want to be able to draw and paint the things that I want. I think that's what every artist really wants to do. I guess depending on the person, depending on what it is you want to create. Some people are very content and happy being part of a team environment. That's always been something that I've loved as well. Working with a team, especially other artists who are, I want to say like-minded, but I don't necessarily mean you have to like everything the same. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we all love going for brain fishing. Oh, there. Wow. Oh. That's the most brain constipation I've ever had just for fishing. That's like you're really backed up and you feel like you've worked out. You're like, yeah, I got it. And you push something out. I'm talking about pooping. And you've been backed up, right? And you're like, oh man, I feel really proud. And then you just look in, it's like a raisin. And you're like, what the fuck? I've been eating so much bran. TMI a little bit. Oh, let's rein it back in. Speaking of fish, let's reel that fish in. So not everybody has to like the same thing when I say like-minded. I just mean we are of a understanding that we're allowed to be our own individuals. So when it comes to us working together, we actually reinforce that. You know, working together in a team that's like that, and you're able to still communicate, and no one's like, I'm not showing you my work. I'm not sharing PSDs. You know, like that can go. And that's the part of working in team environment. It's dealing with those types of people. that make it really trash and difficult. Thankfully, I've always had a good experience with most people that I've worked with at the studios that I've worked at, which is technically 2 real studios, but most of the studios I work for, it's via the intraweb, right? Remote. I like how the music just got a little more cheerful too. Yeah, it's completely, this playlist is completely scripted to, well, the entire stream is, where's my script actually? Oh, it's over here. I just got the papers. The script I'm reading. Okay, and then it says, pull out script, read script. Reading script out loud. Read the script out. Okay, yeah, that's right. We're on page 56, by the way, if you have the print out of the script for today. It also says this. It says this. It also says this. It also says this. Yeah. There's no script, by the way. That was a bit. It was a failed bit, but it was a bit. Okay. All right. Let's grab that. Get a soft brush here. See if we can get a little bit of. Or do we want to try? Let's try and get our Photoshop dick out and swing it around and use some color dodge. Huh? I wouldn't really like to describe it like that, but okay, let's see what you could do, kid. I gotta stop referring to myself as a kid, because then you guys are going to think I'm actually like a kid or like 20 or something. When I'm a grown-ass man. R. Stalin, or R. Stalin. How you doing, man? Nice to see you again. Hope all is well, brother. It's funny. I was just saying how amazing everything is and how happy I am. So, I guess I'll say I'm doing fucking great, man. I feel like I almost feel guilty saying that I'm doing really good in 2020. So I might want to keep that on the down low. Ah, man, shit's awful. Maybe that's how I should respond. 2020? I mean, it still is awful, but I've definitely been doing okay. More than okay, right? Let's see what happens when we just use this color. It's definitely too saturated, but I'm seeing some things that I like nonetheless. So let's see what we can do. What if we go ahead and use Control U? I don't know if this is going to do anything. Oh, it's going to do a little bit. Let's pull that down. And maybe make that value a little bit darker too. So it's still very saturated. I wonder if we just go ahead and play around with the other blending modes. It's color dodge, linear dodge. It's not really looking like anything's really doing anything. So what I want to do now, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to turn these back on. Blending, flipped layers as group, transparency, shapes, layers. This is like the default layer style window. This is what it would look like. But for color dodge, I turn these two off whenever I'm using color dodge, the layer blending mode. So let's try that. Let's try going back to default and then doing the same thing we just did. So that's color dodge right there. I think we could probably just use color dodge without those features or whatever it is. I think we can. And then maybe just do, just move this out a little bit. Yeah, I think that feels a little better. And the values behind her, the ones in mine are a little bit too bright. So like you can see where the edges are kind of beginning to look like they're being lost. Arya Stalin. It's great, man. This is Rican who grew up. Oh, dude. Yeah, man. How you doing, dude? You've been in here before? I don't know if you told me that's who you are, and if you have, I apologize, dude. My brain it's a fucking potato. But I hope you're doing well, man. Oh, you didn't? Okay, good. So, I'm glad to hear that I'm only slightly losing my mind, but still mainly all there. It's all good? Okay, great to hear. Could you draw a hentai for me, please? This Joe, please don't traumatize. I like how instantly you just like, just instantly apologize for saying that. Ask me again, but when we're over on Picarto. And 1K ZZ. How would you like me to pronounce your name? Nikes? Is it Nikes? Maybe it's Nix. Is it Nix? It's gotta be Nix, right? Yeah, ask me again over there, and then we'll probably be able to do that. Because I would like to stream on both Twitch and Picarto. Picarto for the lewds and the nudes. I would love to be able to stream in one place, but that's the world we live in. We all scrolled past a good amount of hentai to get here. Oh, right, yes, yeah. And that's fine. I have nothing against hentai. In fact, I think someday, something that would be really fun is trying to draw anime again. Since that's the shit that I grew up drawing, just fucking making up my own original anime characters and drawing Goku and Astro Boy and, anything from the 80s and 90s, it's the thing that helped me want to draw, a lot of anime. A lot of, really old anime, too. Have you guys ever heard of Galaxy Express 39? I think that's a movie. Galaxy Express 39 will take you on a journey, an everlasting journey. That was that was the song. Anyways. What's going on? You don't ask such questions here, because no one will be able to help you. Okay? No one knows. Baseman. But you already know that. So it's kind of like, what? He knows and he doesn't? Alright. So let me go ahead and make another layer on top. And I think I'm just gonna merge visible. Let's make a new layer. And let's just grab Oliver, I guess, right now. Control J, Control T, slide her over a little bit. I think we can do that. There we go. Now we can zoom in a little more for other areas. Yeah, her eyes are still too close together or something. I don't know. Maybe we can try and fix that here. Because I just noticed it, and I've already forgotten what I wanted to work on. So. Can I do this? Control T. I think right there. There or there. There or there. Do you guys do this? And this will take you probably like 4 days to decide. There or there. There or there. There or there. You know what's probably going to happen? I'll choose this, and then I'll just end up deleting it and going back to that. That's probably what's going to happen. Ah, man. Thanks to everybody who's hanging out. I appreciate you guys just chilling with me today. Mondays suck, so I'm glad that we can hang out together and hate Monday together. Why else would you be here? I hate Monday. I'm in the right place. Danoka77, thank you for the follow. YLPP1. Yippo. Thanks for the follow. It's Mendez. Thank you so much. Everybody hanging out, following. We're just chilling. I'm procrastinating. Now I'm moving cans around. Room temperature. Delicious. I think that was a movie, the Sci-Fi Channel. It was, and you know what? It was. I watched it through. My dad had an emulated. We had a satellite. Did your parents do this? Or did you have an uncle or anybody who did this when you were growing up? We had a satellite receiver and a satellite, and then we knew a guy who would add a card thing that would basically allow you to use any channel. And it was fucking awesome. So you had all of the American channels, any other channel that you could program, we had it. But the only channel that I did watch was the American Sci-Fi Channel, because late at night it had anime, and sometimes it had boobies. And I was probably like maybe 13. All kinds of weird feelings were starting to happen. Late at night, watching that anime. Do you guys want to hear the story? And no, it was great, and I would watch anime late at night in my pajamas as a kid. That's it. That's all that would happen. Could be the thickness. Yeah, there's definitely more darker value underneath too, as well. So like maybe taking like a soft brush like that. I don't know, maybe. And this with like a soft round brush. And there's still some other areas that need to smooth. I think that helps a little bit. Getting there, man. There's still people doing figure drawings. Oh, you're Frangen, you're referring to this? I guess, yeah, this is definitely a figure drawing. This is a figure right here. I do want to do a lot of gestures and some maybe longer poses. But I think we'll do those over on Vicarto as well. Because of nipples. Twitch hates nipples. I don't know if I've mentioned that today yet, but if you have a nipple and you're on Twitch, you might want to consider not having it. I'm not saying it. It's basically what Twitch is saying. I'm not promoting that. Twitch is. Going on. This palm definitely needs to be longer, right? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. So Derek, what just happened there? So I'll show you what happened just now. So I merged two clipping layers, I guess, or these masking. What do you call these? I don't even know. When you do this to a layer, and it has the downwards arrow and the thingy, you know? Okay. When you merge these two together, you're like, why did that happen? And the reason for it is there's nothing opaque underneath it to merge onto. So you basically see the blending mode without the blending mode in effect when you merge two layers on top of a transparent layer. Or two layers that have transparency, that are blending layer modes, that are using blending layer modes. I couldn't have explained that any more shittily. So there you go. Here to help. Gift box. What? Yeah, exactly, right? Are they biased towards male or just female? It's honestly, it's both. It's both nipples. However, if you are doing, if you're working out or at a beach environment or pool environment, as a guy, you are still allowed to remove your shirt. But only if you're in those environments. I can't explain it. I can't. I don't know humans. You're shit. You're absolute shit at understanding common sense. But what about the children? Be a better parent. Don't let your kids go on the internet to see nudity deliberately. I mean, that's it. I shouldn't just literally say be a better parent, because listen, I was a kid too, and I loved my parents. They're fucking fantastic. But man, it didn't matter. I would go on the internet and I would see half a boob, nut, and then be done because I had dial-up. But they're gonna do it anyways. So there's only so much we can truly protect of our children, especially those that are grown by or grown by the internet, grown with the internet. Well, you know, like the internet is doing a lot for generations that are born now, obviously. They know. They're not idiots, man. They fucking know. Fucking MILF.com is, they know. They know what that is. Yo, you want to go to MILF.com after school? Yes. Absolutely. Anyways, that was my childhood. I don't know about you guys. And that's how you start drunk. Just drawing MILFs all the time. And then when I was exposed to GMILFs. Oof. No, I've never drawn. I don't think I've ever drawn a GMILF before. We should change that over in Picarto, right? We should change that. Yeah. So start saving your GMILF, your favorite GMILF photos. Is that something I literally should never ask for? It's probably. Oh, Nan. This nice photo. Do you have the link of it? I can do you one better, and I will go to David Dub. Where's his name there? I think I'm covering it up. David Dubnitsky. David Dubnitsky. IY. Go to his Instagram. Here's his Instagram. You'll see. I mean, it's just go there, and follow. David's stuff is out of this world. For how soft and beautiful it is, and also the narrative. They're great pinups. They're absolutely great, like, beautiful, erotic pinups that aren't, like, there's no, I don't know, it's like softcore porn. It's not even softcore porn because there's no porn. It's just like, I don't know, it's beauty. It's art. It's fucking... oh my god, it disgusts me when I think of the rules and barriers that society is set up, man. You know, it's that same old tired conversation, or argument. Society's holding me back, man. Thank God the internet is here, though. You guys know what I mean when I say that? I don't know. It's just... nipples, man. Just nipples. What are they really even? Are they just pepperoni, or are they... here to oppress? That's why nipples were created. To oppress us. I want to see the nipple! No! It will only see you. When you're an infant, and that's it. And even then. Beware the nipple. So, let's get another layer on top. Oh no, wait, no, I wanted to merge this. I was explaining why this was happening. I think I did. So, what happens when we merge it to the opaque background? Nothing. We maintain all of our blending mode effects. We're good. So I wanted to take this palm, or maybe even this entire arm, and just do one of those, and maybe I think that's fine. Here, what if we did this? Yeah, so check out David's stuff. He also has an amazing app too. So if you want to support him, and you're broke, and you don't want to spend money on photos of pretty girls with their boobies. Sorry, there's not really no other way to explain it. You can get this app called Nymph. I just shut it. And here, he will post photo galleries of his latest work, and he'll have like a little time on some of them that say, this will be available in 2 days. So I think the way the apps work on like mobile phones and iPads is he will get a certain dollar amount or cent amount for every time that you open the app. So you don't even have to spend anything. But there is options to buy and subscribe to whatever subscription-based thing he has. Yeah, check it out. It's free. The app's free. Yeah, and that's totally fine. Like, everybody... Oh my god, it's so... Sex as a whole has fucked up everything. It's just fucked up everything. Appreciating beauty, appreciating art, appreciating existing. You know, it's kind of like the this is stuff that you consume when you're exhaling in life. You know what I mean? I don't mean like you can only look at paintings or photos when you're only breathing outwards. I mean like this is time to take in beauty. This is time to take in using our senses and being a fucking human that's able to do all these things, right? So it's like inherently humanistic to just observe, right? Just, anyways, all right. Derek, you're losing us now. Where are you going? Come back. Okay. So, where's this? Okay. Where's my fingers? There we go. Don't answer that, chat. Okay. Let's make a layer on top of this one. What time is it? Okay, good. I think we need a little bit more saturated. Maybe a little bit more red. Change my mind, maybe something like that. Not really it. That has too much red. Let's go back here. Add a little bit more orange. I think we can go a little bit deeper. Wait, I want to try something. I think that, I don't know if this works for any other brush, but Kyle's brushes. If I hit tilde, it does become an eraser. Does it? Oh my god. Did I just fuck my brain up? No, it's oh my god. Okay, never mind. Guys, look away. That was the color that I had selected. I'm new to this whole existing thing. Still trying to figure it out. Everybody painting this arm. Looking weird. Efficient sites for research. They even do free premium pass for November. I had a friend who told me that he was browsing on Pornhub recently, and this friend told me that they saw you've made it 2 weeks into November. Because of that, we're offering you a free month of premium. Like they're doing, that's how they're advertising. Like, here you go. You deserve this reward. I don't speak to him anymore, by the way. I don't speak to that person anymore. Nope. Not this guy. I've never partaked, honestly. I've never partaked. What is, like, is there an actual, like, benefit from No Nut November? Or is it just, like, to slow down how horny you are? And to, I don't know. But why would you? I don't know. Oh, goodness. Why would you not want to be horny all the time? Oh boy. Fun thing is that if it's art in a museum, the nips are allowed. That's kind of what's so confusing about all this, man. This is so. Like, do we progress ever? Do we ever, like, understand that nipples are they're not going away? I know that there's some countries that are a lot more progressive, and they're kind of like this is a lot of it has a lot of nipple fear comes from I think older generations, and you know what? I'm struggling just to justify why they hate the nipple so much, because it might turn them on, and then they're no longer responsible for their actions. I don't know. It's weird. It's wild. I don't get it. Do we have any nipple haters in the chat? I don't want to force your hand. But why? But why? Why do you hate nipples? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Oh, excuse me. I'm having, like, acid reflux, so I'm partly dying. 100 years ago, ankles. That's very true, Johnny. Yeah, ankles were the shit. Ankle pics and neck pics, like people's necks, I think is like their or their shoulders, right? Like this. Like if Twitch was around back in the day, in paper form, I don't know, like maybe it's just pigeons flying around, and you'd have to hold a pigeon and yell into its mouth, and then it would fly away, and yell that same thing into everybody's ears. I don't know if that's how Twitch worked, but what the fuck? Yeah, ankles were banned. Yep. Unbelievable. Okay, well, I think this is gonna be it for today. We're getting there. I literally, I'm pretty disappointed in the fact that I don't ever paint when I stream. We'll work on that. We got a lot of time to work on it, so we'll keep working on that. I'll be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. EST, Monday to Friday. You can find me here. I'm streaming here forever, or as long as I. You know what? No, let's just say forever, because I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be back, and doing this for a different reason than ever before, or at least maybe the same reason as I originally started, and that's to grow as an artist. And if you guys want to be part of that process, you are absolutely invited to hang out here, listen to the chill music, listen to my awful ranting, and to, I guess, hopefully grow along with me, as hopefully I grow along with you, to become better artists and better people. And that's it. I think that's how I'll leave the stream today on. My socials, I don't have any bot commands at the moment, but I will get that up and running. All my socials are John Derek Murphy, all one name, Twitter, Instagram, Behance, Instagram, and Instagram. So you can follow me there if you want, but that's going to be the stream for today. I'm going to get some food. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. Where's the time? This is it. Monday and all the days between Friday, 9 a.m. EST. See you tomorrow, guys. Loves and hugs. Loves and hugs? Loves and hugs. I'm out. Love you guys. Bye.